Hey guys, Doug the retirement guy. We got a review of YieldMax's Facebook ETF FBY. Again, the question that we always ask, is it good for a retirement fund or is it good for more income? They're advertising a dividend yield of 36.92. Let's take a look and see if it's true. YieldMax's META Options Income Strategy ETF, better known as FBY, really is the standard. They're using a standard format, just using META for their stock, is that they will take so much money, put it into treasury bills, they'll put it into anything that can create some interest for it. Then they'll turn around and sell covered call options on Meta's stocks. Their distribution rate 40.05, 30-day yield 3.12. When we take a look at their holdings, it's exactly as I expected. Again, U.S. Treasury bonds split over a certain number of months, picking up some extra dividend or some interest from each one of them, plus having the Meta stocks involved as well. So why FBY? Well, of course, we're looking for that 40% return and that 3.12% 30-day yield. That 40% return, you got to remember, guys, that's over a specific period of dividends, interest, and capital gains. The volatility of it and using the options gives it a risky, always a risky part of that. The 3.12 30-day yield shows that there's a good potential of money coming in over the next 30 days, which is what the option calls are really designed to do. They do pay this out as a monthly dividend. And with that, you can always take and reinvest the dividend coming in, buying more shares to increase your dividend later on. And that makes up for a lot of lost NAV or a lot of lost value in your stocks if you have that problem. But then we here at the Retirement Channel always love the regular cash flow. So we get that money in on a regular basis. We can pay our bills, go enjoy life, all from stocks that we've invested in. Taking a look at the FBY return, they're giving a nice 10% over the past month. You got past 3 months, they're at 16%, 6 months at 42%. Year to date, of course, is only 10.64 because, again, you're only looking at the month of January. 1 year, they're at 50%, and since inception, they're 89%. So it shows that they're holding a pretty decent solid number across the board, giving us some good solid growth. And I like these numbers across the board. So we put it in our calculator. If you invested $10,000 into it a year in the past, so in 311 we would have bought $10,000 worth of shares, $22.41 per share. The number of shares would have been 446. Now they started off paying a nice $100.17 dividend, and then it came kind of dialed back into it. So I think what they've done is they've gotten themselves more of an adjusted amount that they can be comfortable with giving out each and every month. And you see the thing has dropped from that 117, of course, all the way down to 38 cents. So we got a nice average right in there, about 60 cents a share. If we take a look at the value of it, though, what we are finding is you're losing $731 or 7.32% over those past 12 months if you invested in March and all the way to February. Your dividends of $44,214 or 42% is a huge help, and it gets your return to 34.83% because of the dividends less your losses. We see a lot of this in these option trading accounts that the value drops, but they're paying out big dividends to help cover any of that problem. So we take a look at the timeline. How is it going? Pretty much FBY is flat. Average price point 19.81 in dollar wise. The chart shows that it's holding the low price value over long periods. We started off, like I said, just above the $20 mark. We fell below the $20 line, held there for a long time, and now it's slowly starting to creep up scenario. So one of these things is if you're buying it, make sure you're buying at that average price because we're starting to see the growth of it, but we don't know will it maintain and hold over a longer period of time. It shows that it holds the low price at the long time, but not the high. Morningstar gives it a nice 3 rating, very, very conservative, very low risk. So let's take a look at the summary of this fund. Stock return over the 12 months, we've lost 7.32%. We give that a downward trend because we never want to lose the value of our stock, especially when we're living off of dividends. The dividend return of 42.15% is fairly strong, and I'll tell you, it gives you a 3.51 per month or $351 off of a $10,000 investment. We'll give that one a strong thumbs up. And then, of course, we're going to give you the return of 34.83%, which is including your dividends. But we'll always warn you, we give it a thumbs up, but part of your dividend has to go to fixing your NAV. So if you're going to sit here and say, I'm going to make 42% on my money, you're wrong. You got to give up 7% of your dividend back to get your value back. So again, this is one of those stocks you're going to have to play a little more aggressive or a little differently than just set and forget in a retirement fund. So is FBY good for your retirement account? My answer again is going to be maybe. I'm going to throw this out. Maybe is kind of like in the middle of the road. I know you guys all want a yes or a no, but here's the thing with this one. The Morningstar risk is low, and it's a safe place to be. When you're getting a 3 rating, it's really safe to be. When you take a look at your dividend at 42.15, it's a great return. But you got to balance yourself out with that losing of your value, your NAV value loss of 7%. If you could calculate how to get that back, then I'd be, all in on this one. Because your total return is down to 34.83%. So I put this as a hold, which goes along with the maybe, because the only way to run this fund properly in a retirement account, and that is running our 70-30 stock return of dividend, which means you would have to take 30% of your dividend and reinvest it back into this fund, which would basically take and eliminate your losses of your NAV, your value, but you're only going to get 70%, which would be 28% of the dividend is that you can spend. If you do it that way, then I would have no problem with this being in the retirement fund. But when I look at funds, this is not something you want to just set it and forget it. You got to work at this one. And that's why I put it as a maybe. If you want to work and have some challenges and do something there, you can do it. If you want this for income, again, you can do it, but you have to do it with that 70-30 split. If you're going to just do a retirement and you want to just set it and forget it and go out and play golf and do whatever you want to do, I would find a different fund to do this with and not with this fund at all. Just my 2 cents input onto it. This is Doug, the retirement guy. I hope you like the information we're putting out there. If you like it, give us that thumbs up. Hit that button, say you're liking it. Again, don't be afraid. Hit that subscribe button. Get all of our videos. We're putting out a couple videos a week. We always got new information. If you like what you see, leave a comment down below. Good, bad, or ugly, we'll always respond to what you got because everything helps the channel grow. Hope you enjoy the information, and we'll see you next time.